What's up everybody and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be reviewing the entire LEGO Despicable Me 4 line, and I'm very excited to get into it and let you know my thoughts and opinions on each set as a Despicable Me fan. So these 5 sets here make up the entire line. There was this Kevin poly bag that unfortunately I didn't save the bag for it, but that one was $5, and then moving up next we have the Minions and Banana Car. That one was $25. Then we got the Minions Music Party Bus. This one was $40. Brick Built Gru and the Minions. This one was $55. And personally, I think this is the best value and the best set here. And then this Gru's house here, the Minions and Gru's Family Mansion. This one is $100. I'm just going to go smallest to largest and review each set from the Despicable Me 4 line. This is the $5 Minions Jetboard set. You get Tim here and this jetboard, and Tim has this little lightning ray gun type thing. That's pretty cool build. I like the colors of it. And then he also has this wrench. Nothing too crazy here, but I also don't have any other complaints. This is the only set that you get Tim in a regular form, and this other set you get AVL Tim, and then you also get Mega Minion Tim in that one. So if you want the regular version of him, you do have to get this poly bag. Next up, we've got the Minions and Banana Car set that's got 136 pieces, and it honestly feels like a Minions battle pack in a sense. It's got this cool banana car with Pit Crew Ron on it. I really like this unique minifigure. He's got the red suit, the little hat up top. You can see the flames coming out there. It is a simple build for the car, but it's what you expect for a 6+ set. I do like this easel here with the banana. That's a cool little detail. And then we have Mega Minion Dave here with the barbell and the banana. That's a really cool figure. And then we also get AVL Tim, and he has that other version where you can put the propeller on his head and he can fly. So this set is pretty cool, and I have no complaints with this set at all. I do think the price could be a little bit better, but given all the other recent LEGO pricing and that this does have 4 minifigures and that cool mold for Mega Minion Dave, I think it's pretty reasonable. Another thing I forgot to say that I thought was worth mentioning is I don't actually remember seeing this vehicle in the movie. Maybe I just missed it and I need to rewatch it, but I honestly do not remember seeing this. Next up, we've got the Mega Minions Party Bus with 379 pieces, and it has 4 minifigures as well. It comes with Dave, Phil, Mel, and Mega Minion Gus. I like that it's got a bunch of different party accessories and things you can swap out with all the different minions. I think it does a pretty good job showing how crazy and hectic that scene was. I think it would have been cool if it came with the bus driver since he was in that funny scene, but it would have been a regular figure, so I understand that they just put minions. And for the bus, it's got this really funky shape. I think it does a really good job representing the vehicles in the Despicable Me universe. I think this fits right in, and it's a little bit shorter than the one in the movie, but it does a great job, and for $40, it's a very nice vehicle. The other really cool thing about this bus is that it opens up and it turns into a full-on party bus. So you can put the minions in here. See, it's got the turntable in there, you can see already. Got the speakers up top. Got the little sticker details of the minions jamming out. Let's look at the ones on the other side. Got the DJ minion, the one singing. You can see there's sticker details of the discs there. Got the one with the minion face on it. And then right here where these clips are, the bus can open up to reveal the dance floor on each side. This was a super cool detail. Then it opens up, you can add all the figures in there. Looking at this side, we got a little bathtub, it looks like, with the rubber ducky and the faucet. And then over on this side is the steering wheel for the driver. I thought it was a pretty fun build. It's different than a lot of things I've made in the past, and for kids, I see there's a lot of playability in there, so I can see them liking it as well. Overall, I think this was a very nice set and worth it for $40. For the next setup, we've got the Brick Built Gru and Minions with 839 pieces, and this one retails for $55. It comes with 5 minions around the base here that dance around and spin, and then this big Brick Built Gru that's not creepy at all. While he is slightly creepy to look at up close, I think they really did the best job they could with his face here. And I think they did a great job overall with creating that shape of his body, because he does have a really huge upper body that's disproportionate to a regular person. And then I did like the way they did his scarf there, and then you see the zipper detail there with the sticker. And then he's got his really long legs. You can move his arms around a little bit with that ball joint there by his shoulder, and his head can nod up and down just slightly. And now moving on to the minions at the bottom, these were all really satisfying builds to make, and it's really cool the way they add the gears here, so you can just spin this one and all of them rotate around Gru on the base. The minions' heads also spin fully around as well, so if you spin it really fast, they can move also, so it's pretty cool. And then this one specifically is that Beto minion from I think the first movie, and then we've got the minion here with the fruit all over. And then we've got AVL Tim right here with the propeller on his head. Nice little suit there with the tie. And then we've got the minion with the fart gun. Really like the green flame there. I think that's Kevin, could be wrong. And this one on the side has a banjo banana, and I like the way that they made him sitting down so his feet are kind of sticking out. For 55 bucks and 839 pieces, you're definitely getting the best price per piece with this set, and I think overall it's probably my favorite out of the whole line. And finally, we've got Minions and Gru's Family Mansion coming in at 868 pieces and 9 minifigures. Did we save the best for last? Well, not in this case. I think this did come with a lot of cool minifigures. I think this one with the long arms here is cool. We get the other Mega Minions, Gru, Lucy, and Gru Jr., and the side treehouse, but unfortunately I'm just very disappointed with the execution of Gru's house here, and I think they could have done a much better job. I mean, just look at the set here next to this shot from the movie from the first 5 minutes when they first show the house. I mean, I just really don't understand how the designers looked at this house right here and came up with this. There's just so many issues here. Like, you see there's the huge garage door for his car that towers over the door, and then on the set it's just this tiny little like side thing that a figure couldn't even fit in. And then the color of the door and this are different, yet on here it's both pink. There's like tons of flowers all over, yet right here there's just a couple orange and green ones. There's no steps up to the door at all when it has a whole step. Like, I just really don't know what went wrong here. I'm super disappointed with how cool and iconic this house is and how cool this set could have been. This just is really disappointing. I also understand that we always see the house from a front perspective like this, so we don't really know what the side looks like. But I think it was like pretty unacceptable to have the rocket on the back showing from the front, because when you display it you see this yellow part just sticking out here. I mean, they really didn't even make a side for it. A lot of sets you would say are open back. Like, this is open back and side. It's just like mostly a front facade, and then it's got this on the back. I think the color choice was just super strange, making it dark gray and light gray. I've always thought the house was more of a purple color, and I know that they're limited in the color selection they have for pieces, but this was just seemed like a super weird choice. And then to put brown in there too, I'm just not really sure where they saw that. I don't know. This side treehouse build is great, and I think it is fun that it has the zip line there, but in my honest opinion, I would have rather them taken all the pieces put into this and just put them into a larger house and created something just a little better than this. Without spoiling too much of the plot, I will say I also think there was a more important treehouse in the movie than this one, but I do like these leaf pieces up here, and I think as a nice little side build it does a nice job, and that zipline is fun to use with the minifigure. For the house, I do have tons to say about it. I think it does make up for it a little bit that it has all these Easter eggs on the interior, and it does have a lot of stuff that Despicable Me fans are going to enjoy, like this little red couch here where Gru always makes breakfast. It's got this little chair with the axes behind him. And then it's got all these little details down here that rotate. And there are some cool details, but unfortunately the set just feels cheap, and I think they could have done a much better job with this. Like, this rocket bed right here is meant to represent one of the girls' beds with the pictures above, but I don't really like how you can see the inverted sides of the studs there. And there really are supposed to be 3 for all of them, so I really wish they would have just made a much larger model. I would have been happier paying more money for a nicer version of this. On the left side on the bottom, we've got the toilet here with the toilet paper, and then when you rotate it around, it's got some tools, so there's the stick of dynamite and the broom. On the right side, we've got a little walkie-talkie, a grappling gun of some sort, a water cooler, a ladder up to the next level, and a box. And this area right here is on the back side of the front door, and there's some other sticker details on these panels. Up top, you can see this family portrait with Gru and the girls, and then you can sort of see how these roof panels were held on there with the red Technic pieces right there. And then there's the chimney here as well, but as you can see, I just wish they had done a better job. Like, it's just coming off the side table. You got his mug here, and then we've got the chimney. So when you look at it from the front, it looks fine, but from the back side, it just doesn't totally make sense. Gru's chair does spin around though, and I think he looks very despicable sitting in it. Overall, I would say this set is probably not worth it for $100, but if you find it on a good sale, I would say to pick it up. It does have some must-have minifigures if you're a Despicable Me fan, so there is that, but like I've said a couple times, I do not really like the house that much, so I would wait for a sale. It just really bothers me so much that he has that iconic car that's absolutely massive, and this is the opening they gave us for the garage. Like, we can't even stick a figure into that gap. But then again, this set is for 8+, and maybe I am just above the demographic and I'm complaining a little too much, so I hope you don't mind all the complaining. I think this was just a really poor choice in the design as well. If you're going to make a set that is like a front facade and doesn't even have sides, then at least have the panel cover everything in the back. It is a little bit of an eyesore if it's on a black shelf. You see that yellow just really pops out. It is also possible that Illumination had certain requirements that they asked for in the set, and that the price point was set at $100 sharp, so maybe they weren't given that much control and they had to sacrifice details for the price. And that's going to wrap it up for this video. I hope you enjoyed our review of the entire LEGO Despicable Me 4 line, and I will see you in the next video, so make sure to like, subscribe, and stay tuned.